Hi, this is Tim from Tiger Astronomy. There was a discussion on the ASCOM Talk group today about open source software and licensing for open source. And this is an area that confuses me a bit, that software developers would make software, give it away for free, and then, which is a great gesture, and then they undermine that gesture by using a license that attaches all kinds of strings that makes the software difficult to use for some people. Or while this probably comes from out of good motivation, I think ultimately it's self-defeating. And I actually wrote down my philosophy on this in May 2015 in a blog post on my website. So I'll read the blog post to you, and so you know where my thoughts on this. May 2015, set your software free. As someone who makes money from software development, I have had a love-hate relationship with the concept of open source software. At times, I've regarded it as a blight that damages the industry as a whole. Other times, I've been convinced by others that it's a very positive thing. It's important not to conflate open source with free. There's lots of software that's open source but not free. For example, the brilliant developer tools made by Atlassian. Atlassian's example, perhaps more than any other, has convinced me that making a product open source doesn't necessarily permit it from becoming a source of revenue. In the last 2 or 3 years, I've been much more willing to publish my code for others to use. I still have plenty of code that would not make business sense to release openly, but I've been finding more and more cases where it seems appropriate to do so. So having decided to publish some code, what license should I use? There's a plethora of choices available, many of which, in my opinion, are really only half-hearted attempts at being truly open. I particularly dislike copyleft licenses, like the GNU General Public License, which, for me, just come with too many strings attached. For a while, I flirted with the Creative Commons free culture licenses, but even they seem overly complex when what is to be achieved is a blindingly simple concept. In the end, I've probably been influenced most by Bob Denny and his Herculean efforts in the early years of the ASCOM platform, which every astronomer knows, which right from the start was available under the MIT license. The MIT license is beautifully simple, consisting of just a single paragraph which, in essence, says anyone can do anything at all with this software. This seems like the right approach to me. If you're going to give something away for free, forget about attaching strings to it. Just let go of it. Give it away freely with an open heart. It's not without irony that as more people became involved in developing ASCOM and the source code became easier to obtain, the license has become slightly more restrictive. At the time of writing, May 2015, it's currently using the Creative Commons Common Public Attribution license. Not a disaster, but I still hope that ASCOM will revert to the original MIT license. My call to action to all developers of open source software is this: consider whether your license really adds value to your software for you or the end user. Do you really care if someone uses your code without giving you the credit? If so, then perhaps you are not emotionally ready to be making your code open source. Why not just give it away unconditionally? Should it not be enough that someone finds it useful? I've been Tim from Tiger Astronomy. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.